Hey YouTube, and thank you for watching Junkworks Garage. And I'm trying not to make a huge mess and tons of dust and break everything to smithereens. I'm not doing it the funnest way, but this is a fairly clean way of doing it, and actually I find it almost quicker to just slow down and take it piece by piece rather than just demolish everything and then have to clean a ton of stuff up. Plus it just is a lot less dust. With the sheetrock, as I do it, I'm kind of going along, finding places, and I'll score it in a few places. Doesn't really matter where or how. And like I said, I've pulled all the screws and stuff out of it as much as I can. I'm sure there's still a few things here and there. Where I scored it, yeah, there we go. You get the V there, cut it the rest of the way. I can take this down in a nice smaller piece, cut it up, put it in my garbage can, and more easily remove it without a ton of dust and a ton of crap all over. These little pieces, another little tip and trick. Yet again, I'm not in a huge hurry. I'm not working on a job here. I'm just trying to kind of keep the dust and nastiness down. But a lot of people think with sheetrock you just got to really go after it. Really, you got a nice, good, sharp blade, and I've been using this blade for the whole time. You just need to give it a good score, you know, like that, and it'll cut. Take that, drop it in there. Drop it in there. And I'll do that with all these. And I will fill up this garbage can to where it's not super heavy. Take the whole thing out, dump it in my bin out there, and all said and done, it's a lot less dusty. It's a lot more, a lot easier really, for me personally. You're just kind of cleaning up as you go. You don't have a bunch of crap you're tripping all over all the time. All this sheetrock to that wall is going to go. I'm going to try and keep this stuff in the ceiling here though. For now, I'm hoping I don't have to pull this ceiling because I really don't want to mess with all the insulation and all that stuff. But for right now, so I can do as least damage as I can, I'm going along with the razor knife. And my light's going to go out because I got a sensor on the light here. Go along with a razor knife, and I've already scored it a few times. And I'm really doing just whatever I can to peel as much of this off up here in this area. I don't care what kind of damage I do because it's going to all have to be fixed anyway and put together. But anyway, I'm really scoring that up to the ceiling so that when I peel this off, it'll stop there and hopefully not cause too much damage up here. I'll show you how. Now, honestly, I don't know if you could do this cheaper by actually going out and buying something professional, but I have a lot of this stuff that I got for free. It's basically for holding up like plumbing and that kind of stuff. It's very flexible. Looks like it's made out of some sort of galvanized. But what I'm doing is I got my air hoses and also some water hoses, and basically I put these around here and kind of get a basic shape of how I'm going to want to do it. Then, because these got, you know, they're not sharp edges, they're not, you know, I'm going to cut your fingers. I guess be careful out here is probably sharp, but take some electrical tape, or I've even used duct tape, either or will work fine. And I leave the two outer holes where they are and tape these up. I usually do 2 or 3 rounds around the whole thing. A couple inches in here. Then put those 2 holes kind of together there, and then I'll just stick them in this clamp. Kind of take a hammer and knock it into submission, kind of make it a round thing there. Then I'll bend it over a little bit. Actually, I need to get underneath the hole there. Kind of give it a little bit of a bend. Then you got kind of a nice little hose clamp that hopefully won't hurt your hose. I'm actually making this one for a bigger water hose, but that's the basic idea right there. You take that, put your screw through into your wall or your stud or whatever it is you're trying to hold it into. And instead of making them so they push, as in going this direction, we're going to make it so that I can flip this around and pull the other direction. Alright, it's going to be really hot, don't touch it. Anyhow, I'm going to clean that up. Now I know I could have probably ground that little nib out of there and popped it out and had my extra ½ inch of length, but I really don't care about that, first of all. Second of all, I think I'm going to have to shorten this to do what I want to do anyway, so I'm just starting here and we'll shorten it as we need to go. I'm just going to pull that off, flip it around. Now you have one that I can put something against here, and then once this is all the way down, I can butt that up against whatever it is and turn this and push. So instead of clamping together, pushes it apart. Now I guess if you really wanted to mess with things, you could pull this out and somehow flip this around, but I think if I put what I'm trying to do against here, it should be fine. A little bit older and you're still not wiser. Don't forget to do a little bit of stretching before you start doing this. The last time you probably saw me here, I was ripping down some of this lath here, and I have no idea, all of a sudden I had a really bad pain in my shoulder blade area, and it knocked me out for about 3 or 4 days, just a pulled muscle or something like that, and I'm still feeling it a little bit. So do a little bit of stretching beforehand, especially when you get... Thanks for watching Junkworks Garage, where I'm proud to say I'm a jack of all and master of none. You all have a good one.